Hi, thanks for taking a look at my channel. I am not a social media person, I'm not a content producer, I'm just a regular guy. This is nothing to do with my work, this video. This is solely for me. What I'm intending to do is make a series of videos and see where I go with it, basically. Focusing on the promotion of mental health awareness and self-care using everyday activities to try and sort of encourage people to think about what it is they enjoy doing, what brings them happiness and peace into their lives to help them get through the day-to-day stuff that we all have to face. So for me, a couple of years ago, we got an allotment. So it wasn't my idea, it was my wife's idea that we get an allotment, we get out and about, we get some air, we get some good veg, and we really sort of bought into this idea. It was a good time in our lives to do it. We had 2 kids, teenagers, and we thought, well, as a family we could do this. The kids have helped on occasions, but primarily it's been my wife and I's project. So the issue that has impacted us is that we took on the allotment in the October. We were doing quite well with it. It was rough as hell. We had a lot of excess material that we had to clear, a lot of rubbish on the plot that we were assigned, those kind of things. So we dealt with all of that. We got it to a point where it was ready to go. But then, unfortunately, we experienced a quite significant setback. I say quite a significant setback as understatement of the year. An absolute juggernaut hit us full whack straight in the face. My wife was diagnosed with breast cancer. So the allotment, it maintained its value for us in terms of a focus, a distraction, activity, but we were in a position where we couldn't look after it and get up there as often as we wanted to. And, you know, things got progressively more difficult. The allotment suffered as a result. So I'm under instructions this morning to come up here and have a look at the plot, see what kind of a state it is in, with a view that we then progress forwards from there. So, and I think, you know, it'll be interesting to run a series of videos, talk about my mental health, how I've reacted to it, especially as a bloke. You know, there's a stigma around men opening up about mental health. I personally think we really need to do that. We really need to break that stigma down and get guys talking. So I'll talk about how I'm feeling about things, what the triggers are to any kind of problems that I'm having. It'll be good for me, even if I'm the only bugger that ever watches these videos. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be making these videos primarily for myself, and if they help other people that might watch them to think in the same way and to engage in the same kind of activity for their own mental health, then brilliant. But I'm going to go up there. I've just pulled up outside. I'm parked outside the site. I am just going to go over there now and have a look. Now, we haven't been here for at least 3 months. The last visit was about 3 months ago, where we walked onto the site, took a look, thought, bloody hell, and then basically walked away. And we've since been on holiday and stuff like that. Even though it's summer and we should really be harvesting crops, it all went to waste, realistically, and we haven't cleared the site. So I'm going to go up here now, have a look at it, see what needs doing, see how bad it is, essentially, and then go from there in terms of further plans to determine what I'm going to do next. So if I haven't lost you already, thanks for watching this one. I'll go over there now and add the next bit of the video in due course. Cheers. Okay, took a bit of work to open. It's a lovely site. If you've got time to look after it, it's good. we shall see what our plot looks like in about 10 seconds. C2. Okay. So not as bad as I thought, perhaps. Just need to clear out. These are me fruits. Lots of raspberries. That's good. Some really good raspberries, actually. Rhubarb, he's still going. Okay. Not sure what they are. The strawberries, well, they're obviously finished. These pathways need obviously sorting out. This lot's all blown in. Terrible. Somewhere in the bottom of that, there ought to be some beans, but they appear to have disappeared. This pathway needs clearing up, see. Massive, great split courgette. Oh, look at that sucker. Okay. Netting, that's all got to come out. That was beans and stuff. One of the problems we had up here is the bindweed. Bindweed and mare's tail. These are the broccoli, purple-headed broccoli. Don't know if that's still all right. They're obviously completely bolted and ruined. They've got to come out. And over here, this stuff as well. That's all got to come out. There is a bed there. I think that had, yeah. Ugh. Look at that. I mean, obviously well knackered. Full of slugs, but look at the size of it. Beauty. So yeah, perhaps a petrol strimmer initially. This bed's nothing major. Just got to clear the surface of it, and we'll throw away the netting here and get this bed up and running again. It's a shame, but I don't think it's actually as bad as it looks. Herbs. Well, that's easy enough. They can come out. Job done. This is what I mean by the mare's tail. See how bindweed grows up the nets. Horrible stuff. And that stuff in there, that's the mare's tail. You see it? Just thick, horrible stuff. But if I get the strimmer going on it, strim the pathways clear so we can see where we're at, then maybe we'll go from there. Alright, pretty terrible, but not perhaps as bad as I thought it might be. Massive, great courgette. Look at the size of that stuff. Let's get him out. There he is. Yes. Anything else? Right, there's one. And another one here. Come on. Look at that. Lots of blackberries. They're all right. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Can you see that? Sweet as. Really good. Okay. Okay. So pretty bad, but not impossible to restore. Watch this space. Oh dear. So in the time that it's taken me to walk back from the plot, shut the gate and get in the car, I'm thinking to myself, bugger me, what a lot of work that actually is. But yeah, not impossible. Not impossible. I mean, it's no worse now than it looked when we took it on. In fact, I think it looks easier than when we took it on. And it took a little while, but we did do it. So, you know, I can do this. It's no problem. And I think that'll be a good focus, actually. Just got to make sure that I find the time to do what needs to be done. Just one bed at a time, just clearing it, get the waste off the site, turn the soil over, cover it over thick plastic, ready for the winter to keep it protected, stop it getting frosted, and then hopefully start again come March. So at the moment we are mid-September, so we'll give it until sort of February. If I haven't got it ready by February, maybe we'll just surrender it, but I think there's enough time. There is enough time. And that blackberry was lush. So okay, we'll see what happens. Cheers.